What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and some pretty incredible news for those of you that are interested in stimulus checks or federal unemployment extensions. This is your stimulus and stimulus check update. Now, we had heard that this might be coming here for quite some time from President Joe Biden and from the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. And what we're talking about is another stimulus reconciliation bill that includes all the provisions that people want to see. And we had heard them say that in the Build Back Better bill, whatever was not included, well, they were going to include it in the next stimulus reconciliation bill in 2022, and now we're hearing it is being discussed and announced for its arrival. Take a look, you guys. Articles coming out like this last night. House Democrats call for Congress to pass another pandemic relief package, and yes, some of the items addressed here are checks, unemployment. These are some of the things they said that they'd like to potentially include in here. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, as we're having difficulty passing the current stimulus reconciliation bill, the Build Back Better bill. We're also dealing with inflation, concerns about debt. Senator Joe Manchin won't get on board for the child tax credit alone, let alone having some fourth stimulus check or unemployment extensions. So how are they going to work through this? Well, let me know your thoughts, you guys, but apparently they're saying we need more, and they're saying it is justified. Take a look, you guys. Dr. Fauci today says that Omicron will soon become the dominant variant in the United States and urges people to get vaccines and boosters, letting us know we are not out of the woods with this pandemic. It is raging on. We're still battling this, and people still might need financial support during this time. Take a look, another one coming out today. Omicron infects 70 times faster than previous strains that we have had of the pandemic, faster than Delta, than the Alpha. This one is 70 times more transmissible than anything that we have seen so far. And you can take a look here, U.S. pandemic cases. We are at a 7-day moving average of 120,000 new cases per day in the United States, and we're hearing very soon Omicron will become the dominant strain in the United States. So let me know your thoughts, you guys, but we're hearing that there is a call for another stimulus reconciliation bill, more checks, more unemployment extensions, all the provisions that we had seen before, they want to include again. And how are they going to work through all this? Well, your guess is as good as mine, but we're hearing there are calls for it. And you guys, I'm going to report to you this article that's coming out and give you all the details of what we're hearing about another stimulus reconciliation bill. So I'm going to dive right in and get you caught up. But first, just also wanted to say thank you for all the support on that second channel, Steve Ram Finance. And if you're somebody that's interested in growing wealth, learning about personal finance, maybe you're starting completely over with everything that's gone on, you want to start your own business, invest in real estate, stocks, cryptos, well, this is going to be the channel for you. I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be helping out a lot of people, and I'm going to pin a comment down below. All you got to do is click the link, go subscribe, turn on notifications, and when we launch closer towards the end of the year, going to be putting out a lot of content to help out people financially. Really excited about it, you guys. But right now, let's go ahead and get you caught up on the latest on calls for this new stimulus reconciliation package that could include checks, unemployment, all these things that they'd like to see. And let's start off by smashing the like button for the YouTube algorithm. If you appreciate these updates, it just takes a second and it really helps me out a ton here on the channel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, all you got to do is hit the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. I'll keep you up to speed on everything going on. And if you got any specific questions for me, it's easy to get a hold of me directly. All you got to do is shoot me a DM on Instagram at SteveRam3 and give me a little time to respond because I get a lot of DMs. But you guys, I do go through all of those DMs and I'll do my best to get you any answers to any questions that you might have. But with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right in, get you caught up on the latest on this article coming out with details of calls for the new stimulus bill. Alright, you guys, so link in the description below to this article that came out that reads, Representative Jamaal Bowman, a progressive freshman Democrat from New York, is calling on Congress to pass another pandemic relief package as the country marks 800,000 deaths from the virus and the threat of the Omicron variant only grows. Now, in a letter to House Democratic leadership, shared first with CNN, Bowman laid out why he believes another pandemic relief package is necessary. And we had heard that this was coming from the president, from the Speaker of the House, saying that there is going to be another stimulus relief bill and we are not done with stimulus provisions. And he wrote, we have now lost 800,000 American lives due to the pandemic. This is double the number that we lost in World War II, and this number is shocking and cannot continue to climb without another federal intervention. Bowman writes, our defense budget is $770 billion a year, but we are not doing enough to defend ourselves against a global pandemic that is killing us directly and indirectly through mental health crisis that it is creating. Bowman calls for more congressional action to address the pandemic, and it comes 9 months after Congress passed its last relief package, a $1.9 trillion relief bill known as the American Rescue Plan that Congress provided stimulus checks in, an enhanced child tax credit, unemployment assistance, direct aid to states and municipalities, nutritional assistance, housing aid, tax credits for families and workers, investments in education and childcare, and health insurance subsidies. But most of these programs have deadlines for when they run out of funding, and the pandemic continues to persist, now making the argument that all of these provisions that we had previously had, they are coming to an end, but the pandemic is not, so they need to be continued on. Now, Bowman outlines that the new emergency supplemental should specifically address how the pandemic is affecting children and their mental health by including a bereavement fund for children who have lost primary or secondary caregivers due to pandemic-related reasons, and also the cancellation of federal student loans, the cancellation of housing-related debt for past due rent or mortgage payments, the reinstatement of the eviction moratorium and foreclosure moratorium, and renewed funding in education, among other provisions, saying all of those provisions of stimulus packages of the past, bring them back. We still need them. We are still battling this pandemic. Let me know your thoughts. But reading on, it says that the pandemic has and will continue to change us for years to come. We need to take action now, and the surest way to do that in Congress is to exercise our power of the purse and direct much needed funds to our children, families, and communities, he added. The push from Bowman also comes as Congress has engaged in new spending on multiple fronts amid a long list of legislative agenda items still on the calendar. Congress recently passed a $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill and currently is in the process of trying to secure a separate $1.75 trillion social safety net bill, though its exact price tag could change amid negotiations in the Senate, which I've been keeping you up to date on. Now, the chamber is also facing increased pressure to pass a sweeping elections and voting bill that has already passed the House. Now, when the March stimulus package passed, many Democrats said that more government action would be needed to shore up the economy, aid in the recovery, and deliver relief to Americans who continue to be hurt by the pandemic. And we have continued to hear this, many vocalizing, we need more, and we've heard leadership say there will be more. So there you have it, you guys, and you cannot make this stuff up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As we have a pause on the Build Back Better bill, we can't get Joe Manchin on board. They're concerned about debt and inflation. Maybe we should scrap it all together and focus on this new one and get provisions included that people want and try to see if we can keep that price tag down to come to some sort of compromise and not increase debt and inflation as drastically. I don't know. Let me know your thought. Maybe we should just scrap all of them. Maybe we should just pass everything. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts. But whatever happens, you guys know that I will keep you up to date here on the channel, as always. And thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, smash the like button if you appreciate the updates. Just takes a second, really helps out the channel a ton. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. I'll keep you up to date, totally free, and you can come join the Ram fam. And if you got any specific questions for me, I'm easy to get a hold of directly. All you got to do is shoot me a DM on Instagram at SteveRam3, and I'll do my best to get you any answers to any questions that you might have. And also consider joining that second channel that's going to be launching closer towards the end of the year, Steve Ram Finance. If you're interested in growing wealth and learning about personal finance, I think it's going to be helping out a lot of people. I'm really excited about it. I'll pin a comment down below. But with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Once again, I will catch you in the next video. I hope this reaches you well. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.